Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 2 and we will present ethical leadership and corporate culture. The members of Group 2, Nur Syuhada binti Abdul Bashir, Hana Sofia binti Muhammad Syarizal, Ainur Huda binti Azman, Yusrina Tasha binti Razali. Question 1. Explain the meaning of ethical leadership. As explained in the textbook on page 114, ethical leadership is the ability to cultivate ethical behavior in the workplace by role modeling and motivating followers to observe ethical conduct in their daily activities. So leaders can encourage ethical behavior through two-way communication, reinforcement, and ethical decision making. So in simpler terms, ethical leadership is about leaders using their power and influence to guide and inspire the employees to act in ways that are morally right and align with the organization's values. As shown in the graphic, leaders must apply these key aspects, which is the first one, setting an example, which often described as setting the right tone from the top, which Shuhada will explain in detail later. So the second one is influencing the employee behavior, which inspiring the employees to constantly make ethical choices. And the last one is providing the formal ethics programs, which is implementing the job guidelines and training to help employees understand and follow the appropriate workplace behavior, which is contributing to the organization's overall values.
Next, for question 2, list and briefly explain 5 common organizational ethical values. So, here we have integrity. Integrity means you are committed to doing what's right, even if nobody credits you for it or people dislike you. This means employees and leaders act sincerely and stay consistent in what they do. Next, respect. Respectfulness means treating people with kindness and compassion. It helps organizations create a positive workplace where everyone feels appreciated and valued. Thirdly is responsibility. As we know, responsibility is taking charge of their action and the outcomes. Employees and executives are encouraged to do their jobs and take full responsibility for what will come from their works. Next, fairness. Ethical value in business should include fairness. When fairness is a central pillar, you treat everyone with respect and offer them equal opportunity to succeed and advance in their career. So lastly is caring. Caring is all about the well-being of others like workers, customers, and visitors. This principle is all about showing empathy and creating a friendly and supportive workplace.
Question 3. In your opinion, explain what happens if a moral person fails to be a moral manager. So first, we need to understand the concepts of a moral person and a moral manager. So a moral person demonstrates good qualities such as integrity, honesty, trustworthiness, and kindness. So they tend to do the right thing, show concern for others, and remain open and fair when making the decisions. So, a moral manager, on the other hand, sets an ethical example for subordinates by role modeling ethical behavior through visible actions. So, they focus on reinforcing ethics by rewarding the ethical behavior and disciplining the unethical conduct. So, additionally, they prioritize the communicating ethics and values to their team. The consequences is lack of guidance for employees. Without clear guidance on ethical standards from the leader, employees may not understand what is expected of them. So this can lead to confusion and inconsistent behavior across the organization. So second, weak ethical culture. A strong ethical culture requires active reinforcement of ethical behavior by leaders. If a leader is not a moral manager, the organization may lack of well-defined set of ethical expectations, making it easier for unethical practices to occur. So third, risk of unethical actions. When a leader fails to manage ethics, some employees might perceive that ethical behavior is not a priority. So this can lead to actions that harm the organization, such as cutting corners. So cutting corners refers to completing the task quickly without maintaining the quality.
To question 4, illustrate with examples the meaning of setting the right tone from the top. So firstly, we need to know what the definition of setting the right tone from the top. So the phrase setting the right tone from the top is mostly used in organizational culture and corporate governance. It describes how executives, particularly board members and senior management, create an organization's ethical culture, values, and standard of conduct by their own deeds, words, and regulations. While a negative tone can result in problems like unethical behavior or subpar performance throughout the firm, a strong, upbeat tone from the top can promote a culture of integrity and responsibility. Two tones which are positive tone and negative tone. For positive tone, I'll be giving a situation of launch a sustainability initiative. Encik Ali, CEO of ABC Berhad, personally attends community events, speaks about the company's responsibility to the environment, and enforce policies to reduce carbon emission. Encik Ali also publicly commits to sustainability practices, even though some actions such as switching suppliers to more eco-friendly but costly options might impact short-term profits. Encik Ali also rewards employees for initiatives that support sustainability goals. So what's the impact by the act of Encik Ali? By demonstrating commitment to action, Encik Ali signals that environmental responsibility is a core value. Employees see this commitment and inspiring them to follow suit, which are contributing innovative ideas for reducing waste and energy consumption. The company can build a reputation for sustainability and creating a long-term value. So, in your life, we can say that Khairul Amin is one of the leader who give a positive tone in their company, which he give a reward to his employees, and he also showing a good example for his employees to follow. Meanwhile, in the other hand, for negative tone, the situation is disregard for work-life balance, which Encik Ali frequently praise employees who work late, nights, and weekends, giving them bonuses and promotions. Employees feel pressured to sacrifice their personal time to be noticed and rewarded. Leaders at every level follow suit, creating an environment where work-life balance is disregarded. So by this action, this indirectly sets an expectation of overworking, leading to employee burnout, decreased morale. The organization then struggles with retention and reputation as an employer. What is the key important that you need to know about the setting the right tone from the top? So firstly, it's regularly talk about the organization's ethical values. So this is a leader responsibility to always talk about the ethical values, and they also need to act as a role model. So they need to show the exact examples, show the good example for them. And third one is emphasize and comply with ethical values, and then establish a formal ethics program. Walk the talk, which means lead by example. So they need to do what they say. They need to do exactly what they said. And next one is implement policies that support and reward ethical practices and punish wrongdoing. And then rectify ethical transgressions quickly. And lastly is encourage employees to behave ethically.
Hi, my name is Yusrina Natasha Mtirazali. My matrix number is 120760. We move to the last review question, which is to analyze the importance of ethical leadership in cultivating ethical culture in an organization. So basically, the question asks to analyze how ethical leadership played crucial roles in shaping ethical culture within an organization. For my answer is ethical leader is the foundation of trust. When leaders act with integrity and transparency, it builds a culture where employees feel secure and valued. These build trust, which encourage open communication, teamwork, and a strong sense of belonging. Okay, so basically, the main component here is trust. When ethical leaders act with integrity, they create the existence of trust in the organizations, which the trust can promote open communication and collaboration within employees and the leader. Employees also will feel safe and secure to open up, to voice out their concern, to report any unethical behavior like corruption or any harassment, and even to suggest any improvement to their leaderships. So here we can say that ethical leader can enhance the transparency between the leader and the employee. For my second answer is ethical leader can foster the ethical behavior in the organizations. Leaders serve as a role model for their employee. When leaders prioritize ethics, it sets a standard for the rest of the organization to follow. Okay, here it's simple. When leader demonstrates ethical behavior, it sends a strong message about what to expect from the employees. Okay, this means when leader act in appropriate way, then the employee will follow what the leader do because they know it is what the leader want they do. For the next answer is the risk mitigations. Ethical leaders are proactive in identifying and addressing ethical issues before they become significant problems. Thereby, it can protecting the organization from potential harm. Okay, like I mentioned in the first point, when the employee feels secure, feels safe to voice out their concern, and also feel safe to report any unethical behavior, it will help the leader in identify the problem in the organizations that is beyond the leader observation. Okay, by this, leader can address ethical issue early before it get worse. Thus, this will mitigate any harm that could exist in the organization as well as encourage higher productivity and job satisfaction within the organizations. For my next answer is ethical leader can develop future ethical leader. Ethical leader can inspire and develop the next generation of leader. This is because young people, where future leaders are born, will usually refer to the elders for guidance in all matters. So, ethical leader can cultivate an environment where future leaders are equipped with the values and principles necessary to continue fostering an ethical culture. Okay, so basically, when leader consistently demonstrating ethical behavior, they will set a clear expectation for what is considered right and acceptable within the organizations. Thus, this will influence the employees to adopt similar values and decision-making practice. And then what happened? Of course, when young employee emulates and learn from ethical leader, indirectly, they will practice the ethical act in the decision-making process throughout their leadership tenure. For my last answer is ethical leader can help in promoting fairness and equality. Ethical leadership ensures that all employees are treated with respect and fairness. Such fairness helps in reducing workplace conflict and promotes a healthy and collaborative environment. Okay, this means that when ethical leader treats the employee fairly, they address any inequalities or biases that could exist in the organizations. This will ensure that opportunity for growth and development are accessible for everyone regardless of their age, positions, gender, race, and so on. Okay, that's all from me. I pass to the next presenter.
For the case study first version, identify the elements in Orbit International Broadcast Network that contribute to the decision to manipulate financial reports and continue to do so. We have seven elements in the Orbit International Broadcast Network that contributed to the decision of manipulative financial reports. First, pressure on high monthly target. Paragraph 1, line 6. The top management set a very challenging monthly revenue goals for MAC to reach. The pressure to meet this target made employees focus on hitting numbers rather than doing things the right way. Secondly, the culture of financial manipulation. Paragraph 2, line 1. It was a common action among senior management at Orbit to add charts financial records to show better results. This practice made manipulating numbers seem normal and acceptable. Third, lack of oversight from the board. Paragraph 2, line 4. The board of directors had complete trust in management and never questioned the impressive growth figures. They didn't check into how targets were being met, so management felt free to keep up the fraud without fear of being caught. Next, fear of repercussions. Paragraph 2, line 8. Mac was very worried about the consequences if he didn't meet his target. He feared losing his job, missing out on bonuses, and being humiliated. All of this which punched him to take unethical action. Fifth, fear of the CEO. Paragraph 2, lines 11. Mac and other department heads were intimidated by the CEO. They felt so pressured to avoid the CEO's anger that they would do anything, including breaking rules, to avoid a confrontation. Sixth, normalization of fraud. Paragraph 3, line 9. In regular meetings, brainstorming sessions, Mac learned the way to hide losses and inflate profit. Over time, these dishonest practices became routine and felt normal to them in the department. And lastly, group collations. Paragraph 3, line 5. Eventually, Mac's subordinates started helping him manipulate the records. Working as a team to commit fraud made them feel less guilty and more justified in their actions.
Question 2. What was the tone from the top in this company? And in what way did the board of directors contributed to this fraudulent activity? Based on the case study, the tone from the top of the company is negative tone, which is because since Mac knew his upper level management willing to do whatever was necessary to achieve revenue growth without fail, he started to do the same thing, as he thought nobody would find out about his fraudulent activity. This is because of all of his team was scared of the CEO if they couldn't achieve company's target. So they even work together. To manipulate the data. Mac learned how to hide bad debts, which caused the assets and profit to be inflated. And this reputation activity shows that the company does not practice ethical value from the top level management to their colleagues. So what did the board of the director do is they do an internal audit. The audit found that Mac was secretly practiced an unethical activity due to the manipulation of data, which lead to Mac confess his action because he can't defend himself, as it was proven that he commit to the fraudulent activity when the internal audit examined all the transactions approved by Mac. So that's all from our group. Thank you.